welcome back. So my question is, have you ever been talking to someone and they're looking at you, but you don't feel like they're hearing you, like you don't feel like they understand what you're saying? Sorry, let me readjust. Well, let's go into habit 5. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. Hi, I'm Kate, and today let's expect some rap lyrics and some really good quotes. So, I'm going to start with two quotes that roughly, explain what seek first, understand, then to be understood means. So the first one he starts with is, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth. And he also says, before I can walk in another's shoes, I must first remove my own. So basically that means you must take off, or you must stop thinking about yourself for a second, remove that part of yourself, and then understand what they're saying. Then put yourself in that person's position. And another thing that I think would really and add a little spicy touch to this is, I love Eminem. Can't even say his name. And my favorite song by him, which I know is really old, but it's still a good one. It's my favorite one, actually. It's called Beautiful. And I think it fits this really well. Sorry for the car alarm. But it says, but you have to walk 1,000 miles in my shoes just to see what it's like to be me. I'll be you. Let's trade shoes just to see what it'd be like to feel your pain. You feel mine. Go inside each other's minds just to see what we find. Look at stuff through each other's eyes. Which I think is beautifully said. I think he's just saying, hey, I've faced what I've faced. I have pain, and I know you've done the same thing. And in order for us to understand each other, we got to take our own shoes off and then allow each other to trade, which I think is beautiful. I think it's beautiful. And this habit is the key to communication. It is literally the key to communication. It says, it's because it's the deepest need of the human heart is to be understood. Everyone wants to be respected and valued for who they are, a unique, one-of-a-kind, never to be cloned, at least for now, individual. People won't expose their soft centers until they feel genuine love and understanding. Once they feel it, however, they will tell you more than you want to hear. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And also, if you hear talking, you just don't ask. So the problem being is we don't take enough time to stop ourselves from listening to our own problems before we start to listen to someone else's. And I think a way to solve or help solve this problem is knowing the signs or the styles of a bad listener. It has five examples in here. It says spacing out, pretend listening, selective listening, word listening, self-centered listening, which I feel like are all explanatory besides word listening. I was kind of confused on that, which is just when you only pay attention. I think this part is beautiful. I think this entire thing is beautiful. I think communication in general is beautiful. But it says word listening occurs when you're only paying attention to what someone is saying, but we only listen to the words, not to the body language, the feelings, or the true meaning behind the words. And I'm like, dang, how many times have you ever been in a conversation when you're talking to somebody and you could tell they're listening, but you don't feel like they heard you, you don't feel like they understand you? That is beautiful. That is beautiful. And I think ways to stop those and way to help with those is he gives you three examples. He says, first listen with your eyes, heart, and ears. And he says body language and tone and feeling. So 53% of it is body language, 40% of it is tone/feeling, and 7% of it is actually the words. And he says tone and feeling is a very important part because he gives you examples. When you emphasize specific words, it adds different meaning behind the sentence. For example, it says, I didn't say you had an attitude problem. I didn't say you had an attitude problem. I didn't say you had an attitude problem. See, like, whether or not you choose to emphasize one word or the other adds different meaning. That's tone, that's feeling to a sentence. But another way to fix it is stand in their shoes. To become a genuine listener, you need to take off your shoes and stand in another's. In other words, until you walk a mile in another man's shoes, you can't imagine the smell. The third one is practice mirroring. Think like a mirror. What does a mirror do? It doesn't judge, it doesn't give advice, it reflects. Mirroring is simply this. Repeat back in your own words what the other person is saying and feeling. So, repeating meaning, using your own words, warm and caring. And I think that shows how much you care, like that you are listening. So I challenge you in your next conversation, try to pay attention to their body language, to their tone, to what they're saying. Try to put yourself in that person's shoes, I guess you could say. But yeah, thank you.